Hi, everybody. This is your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for anyone who is drawn to hear it. These are messages that are general, so definitely bring your questions, but hold on to them and listen to the reading, because within the general message, you will find something. You will find some answer to your question to some degree. If you're looking for zodiac sign specific messages, then please do check out my premier YouTube channel, Born Without Boundaries Tarot. I upload 12 videos a week, 24 videos a week if you're one of the Unbound members, where you'll have access to all of the extended readings for the life of your membership. So check that channel out if you're just finding me over here. For everybody who hopped on, how are you? I was actually gone last week. I was not doing live videos because I was with my son. It was awesome and fun. Hi, Tina. It's good to see you too. Nice to see you. Hi, Kat. Great to see you. Yeah, I'm feeling really good. I am going away again next week, but I think I may be able to do, not during the 4th of July or around there, but I will be able to get in some daily tarot card readings next week. But I am going away again too. So just FYI, that may be a little shoddy. All of the core 12 videos will be there ready for you. The weekly astrology forecast will be ready for you. All the other content. It's just the daily live chats get hard when I'm vacationing and wandering, which is what we're supposed to do during the summer. What's up, Sharon? Hey to you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, Eddie. How you doing, man? I just wanted to reach out and say thanks for your time. Oh, God bless you, Eddie. Thank you so much. Hi, Charity. A week before I was out of town. See, we're all going on vacay, man. It's the summertime. That's what it's for. Hey, Casglow. I am wonderful. So thanks for hopping on, guys. I love to see your voices. I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing good. Doing good. Doing pretty good. Let's go over the energy this week, because today is the day before a new moon. And it's a big new moon because it is a contentious new moon. That is not an astrological term. That is the way that I'm describing it. Today is a very good day. The moon is still technically in Gemini in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter as in waning crescent, because we're headed toward the new moon. It is a day of harvest. So it's a day to take in. It's not a day to work a lot. It's a day to sort of reap benefits and rewards. Wear jade for wisdom, peace, and longevity. And this, of course, is from Llewellyn's Witch's Datebook. No, I am not sponsored by them. I just highly recommend this book. It's really wonderful. Tomorrow, the moon enters Cancer at the new moon happens. The new moon happens exactly at 10:52 p.m. tomorrow. That's East Coast time. So West Coast time, it's around 8 o'clock at night. The color of the day, very appropriately, is black. Neptune also goes into retrograde. Okay. When Neptune goes into retrograde, it is actually a really hard time. And that is why I am very grateful that I live in the Northeast, because it's usually during the summertime. And the summertime, we're allowed to take a lot of breaks and relax and chill out and slack off. And the reason why this is important during Neptune retrograde is because Neptune actually keeps us, we need our dreams, we need our fantasies, we need our sleep. Neptune retrograde is almost that subconscious, always awake. It's because the veil is pulled back and everything is slipping through, and we can't handle everything. And so Neptune retrograde is very difficult for people. So ultimately, people look for escapism outside of their norm because they don't have their normal Neptunian protection. So what ends up happening is we look for other things. So that could be drinking too much, partying too much sex, getting lost or swept away in a very romantic relationship. because we're looking for the romance that we no longer have. This happens almost every summer. And like I said, I don't know how it is in the Southern Hemisphere because it's probably winter for them. I would love to see how that works out for people. But in the Northern Hemisphere, it always works out kind of nicely because you get to just take time off and give yourself a relaxation or an escape from your day to day. Neptune is what does that for us every day. It helps give us that sort of happy place where we can retreat to day to day. But when Neptune is in retrograde, people get really intensely needy because there's almost no psychological protection. So what I would say is this is going to be a really difficult fucking new moon because Neptune is, so we're getting our wake up call over this new moon. That's what's happening. The wishy-washiness is gone. The reality is going to hit fucking hard. Jupiter is square to this new moon. A new moon is always conjunct the sun. This is a new moon in Cancer. And it's empty. It's dark, right? There's just this sense of the sun or the ego eating us up, and it's square to Jupiter. So how has the ego eaten us up so much that we've tried to expand too quickly and end up blowing shrapnel everywhere? Like, that's the fucking problem with this new moon. So what this new moon is actually calling us to do is trim the fat, chill the fuck out, because a lot of things are going to hit us full force that we've been trying to escape, and most especially ourselves. And it's just gonna fucking blow up in our face. The thinner we have spread ourselves, or the more we have allowed ourselves to be taken advantage of. If we have been the ones taking advantage of people, they're gonna wake the fuck up and it's gonna be done. If you have pushed too hard and gone too far, this is when it's fucking done. This is when there's a wake-up call. This is when the sun is shining bright and there is no moon or Neptune to fucking save you or buffer you from the reality that the sun is shining on you. And the light doesn't just bring happiness and rainbows. The light brings clarity. Okay? The light brings things to light. And it's just stuff that you're going to have to deal with. So around this new moon, the best thing for you to do is trim the fat, uncomplicate your schedule, and detoxify yourself. Where we have gone in excess, or where we have spread ourselves too thin or tried to be more than we are. You know, it's not about goals and aspirations. It's okay to want to be more than what you are, but you got to get there and you got to be realistic about where am I right now. If you have tried to over exaggerate who you are, your capabilities, or spread yourself too thin, this is the crash and burn period. This is it. And this is beyond that. This is when people see it. This is when people see this person's just a bunch of hot air. That's how Jupiter square sun. Oh, this person's just a bunch of hot air. Yeah. This is when people see it. So I would not be surprised if situations just fucking end. Certain things just are done because there's nowhere for them to hide anymore. Neptune just went into retrograde and the moon is dark. There's no fucking where to hide. You know, and it's like rats don't like the light, but they're going to be stuck in it because there's nowhere to hide. So I really love this energy, but at the same time, it is not happy energy, but it is necessary energy. I feel like it's the universe's way for us to redirect everything that we're doing, or, you know, recalibrate, or rethink our fucking choices. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you, Cancerians, when the moon goes dark is when we really have the most power. It's when we're the closest to ourselves. And that may be very uncomfortable for many Cancerians because you spend so much time ignoring yourself by reflecting everybody else. But when the moon goes dark, you're going to get burned. You have to focus on you and who the fuck you are and what works for you and what doesn't. And for Cancerians especially, I think it's going to become very clear What shit has been dominating you and what do you need to get rid of? And where have you been stretching yourself too thin? So that being said, let's start our reading. Yep. Oh, I love that you guys show up. In the southern hemisphere, the days are short and cold. Good time to hibernate. Excellent, Kat. Thank you for pointing that out. Stay home and look after ourselves. I love that. Love that. Hope you had a great weekend. I did. Can't wait to hear what you have to say, and we'll be. Oh, God bless you, Sherry. Thank you. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, S Polk. What's up, Tammy? I am back. Yes, Antonia. Hello. Hi, Oh, yeah, Tina. So, yeah, let's go. God, what is the message that you have for all of us or anybody that will be watching today? It's time to just separate yourself. It's time to leave it behind. It's time to walk the fuck away. Or it's time that you realize that somebody is just fucking not for you. They're toxic or there's toxicity in your life that you legitimately have to cut out of it. Bottom line, that's the first thing that comes out is taking yourself away from. I feel like we're stressed out. We're stressed out because maybe we feel abandoned. Well, we feel abandoned. Why? Because there was too much. There was a sickness building. There was too much going on. This is a time for us to detox. 9 of Cups, as soon as it happens, we're going to feel extremely happy and extremely free. Extremely happy, extremely free. Finally, it feels like we are finally able to cut something out of our lives that was worrying us, keeping us up at night, stressing us out, and making us feel like shit. And we're done. We're done. As soon as we cut it off, there's happiness. As soon as we cut it off, there's happiness. Wow. Then we have 7 of Wands, which is failure, or it's like almost like it's give up. Don't keep trying to fight for this. Your struggle is actually it's wearing you out. So give up. Just let it go. Don't take the high ground. Just fucking let it go. This is that sense also of feeling steamrolled. Okay, then let it pass and cut yourself off from it. We have 9 of Wands, which is battle wounds. You know better. And now you have the strength. You'll be able to repair from this. You'll be able to come back from this. This is another battle wound, and you've earned this. You have the strength. It's also a sense of you becoming very aware. I have to defend myself. I have to be done. There's a need for me to block somebody out, cut myself off from the fucking stress or toxicity. Okay. The Hierophant is the central energy, which means tradition, which means it's okay if we're a little bit more traditional. It's okay if it's like we want a slower pace. We want things to be measurable and tangible. It's also a sense of there's a lot of maybe luxury or prosperity that's about to hit us. It will hit once we get the shit out of our lives. And then we have 8 of Wands. Exactly. What I tell you, as soon as we cut out what is stressing us out and what is draining us, our happiness comes in. It just legitimately starts to just float in and come at us from every angle. You can't make this shit up. Chariot is here. This is in reverse. So this could be the new moon, around the time of the new moon, or just a sense of being stuck. This could also be something quickly happens that was waiting to happen. Yeah, that you were working really hard on, but nothing was happening. So that's where we're going to break through. You were working really hard on something, but it wasn't happening. And it wasn't happening because there was a stressful situation that you really needed to get the fuck out of your life. It was absolutely necessary. And then we have Prince of Swords. There's a message that's going to be coming into you. Letter, phone call, email, friendship or celebration, people gathering around you. It's celebration. Something that you'll want to tell your friends, something that you'll really want to celebrate. Okay? The High Priestess is here. This was fated. This was meant to be. This is divine synchronicity. It's all happening for a reason, and we're balancing ourselves out. We have the High Priestess and the Hierophant. This is finding faith, finding structure, and also finding it's like finding structure and then finding faith again, or finding structure because we have faith. It's like you're returning back to a spiritual balance that is absolutely necessary. This is a beautiful fucking reading. I mean, why ask why? Just let it take care of itself. Happy birthday, Doug Denny. I saw 623. Lynn, so I have to let Yeah, absolutely, Lynn. It's done. It's done. It's like it's already done. Hey, J Ren. So the stress will leave if you're letting go of the right things. These are not things that are going to be easy for us to let go of. We're going to feel guilty for it. We're going to feel bad about it. It's got to happen. Oh, the answers you need are coming. There's communication coming in. This is Gemini energy. This is a new moon. The energy is gaining momentum. So right after the new moon, it's going to start to build. Something is going to start to build. It's a good time to talk or communicate, or the communications are going to, it's like something's going to open up again. And then we have conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So changes are here. It's almost like a sense of now is time to communicate. That shit is done. It's over with. Make no fucking mistake. It's been happening for a while. This could concern a friendship. This could concern a connection or a communication or something like that. It could concern something like that, and it's done. Or you're finally making a decision and being able to communicate it. Let me talk to you a little bit about communication, because it's important. As a Cancerian, I struggle a great deal with being able to use words to communicate, in part because as a Cancerian, I am extremely empathic and psychic. And a lot of times I don't need words to pick up on realities. I just don't. The problem is most other people aren't like this. And for our, Gemini brother and sisters, this is what's drives them most crazy about Cancerians or water signs in general. Can you just fucking say it to me? Right? Because Geminis are very good at articulating things. And so are Virgos. But ultimately, no, we don't articulate in that way. The thing is this, when anybody says something to you like, if you can't just be a fucking adult and say it, then don't expect me to listen to you or have to. If it's not important, you should just be able to. If it's not important enough for you to just be able to fucking say it, you're not an adult if you can't just fucking tell me. Grow up. No. Let me break it down for you. Human beings have been evolving for hundreds of thousands of years. Only the very, very last maybe 1,000 years or so have we been using written language and words as our primary form of communication. That means that still to this day, nonverbal communications are the most powerful that we have within the human species. The only exception is when you are on the autism Asperger spectrum, because there's disabilities there and we know about them. But ultimately, most of us, and it's a disability because so much of our communication is nonverbal. If you are picking up on somebody's, in other words, 10 to 1, you know that somebody is not happy with you just by the way they're fucking acting. They don't have to fucking tell you with words. They tell you by drooping their shoulders. They tell you by stuttering or hesitating before they give you an answer. They tell you by avoiding eye contact. They tell you in a lot of fucking ways that you know goddamn well as a human being. They are communicating very clearly, this person isn't comfortable. If you are somebody who says, well, if you can't articulate it to me and tell me like an adult, I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyway, which is the most unadult thing you can do, because that is childish shit. You know damn well what somebody is feeling. You know damn well what they're feeling, because feelings don't have connective words. Feelings are feelings, right? And we can feel each other's feelings. If you have any pause or any hesitation, or in any way, shape, or form are questioning if somebody is happy with you or what you've done, then 10 to 1, they're not happy with what you've done. They're at the very least not comfortable or ready for it. If you want to steamroll them and you want to bulldoze them, that is not about them. That is about you. It is not about anybody else. Lots of people take advantage of people who are empathic. Lots of people take advantage of people who, and I agree to a certain degree, you have to be adult. Look at the name of my channel, Born Without Boundaries. Because honestly, for some of us, especially me, it is very hard to set boundaries in my life. I feel guilty about it all the fucking time. But as you grow, you start to realize you need to set boundaries. Now, sometimes those boundaries are going to be, I'm ignoring your message. I don't want to talk to you. I'm not picking up the fucking phone. That's an answer. Guys, silence is an answer. You know that damn well. Don't say, well, why can't you just talk to me and say it to me? If you know it, you already know it. Why do you need to hear it? If somebody was prioritizing you, if somebody wanted you around, if somebody was interested in your input, they would be answering the phone when you call. They would be calling you back. Silence is an answer. Some people do not communicate with words, but we as human beings have the ability to understand nonverbal communications. So just because somebody's communication to you was nonverbal does not mean it wasn't communication. It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. And yes, I agree. We have to get good and ready and prepared to be able to verbalize and set a boundary, but sometimes we're not ready for that. So take the space that you need and pick up on other people's fucking behavior. If you're getting a vibe off of them that says, leave me alone, leave them the fuck alone. If you're getting a vibe off of them that says, I'm into you, I have a crush on you, now you know what they fucking feel. And they probably should not be somebody that you sleep with if you don't feel the same way. Nonverbal communication is huge. We do not have to always communicate with words. In fact, most of the time, the most profound ways we express ourselves have nothing to do with words at all. That's just what I'm going to say. So ultimately, this is saying we're finally able to put it into words and officiate it's done. We're finally able to make up our minds about something. And when it comes to Gemini energy, it's definitely about verbal communication. That could be with text or with a letter or with a phone call, coming in and finally making a statement. Finally making a statement that it's done. Don't hope for this. That's kind of what it is. But you know what? We can know a lot before then. It's almost like that sense of saying goodbye without hearing it, forgiving without hearing an apology. That's kind of what it is. It's almost like silence is an answer. If somebody hasn't talked to you, they've given you an answer. If somebody hasn't responded, they've told you what they feel. Absolutely. Absolutely. We don't always need to hear it. The most profound communications is what we don't say. But this is actually finally solidifying something. But what I'm saying is it's been gaining momentum for a while. It's been going on for a while. We've been feeling this for a while. And now, especially tomorrow when the moon goes dark, it's done. We're all burnt out. The sun exhausts the moon. It burns it up. It's legitimately got, it can't, like it's got no steam left. This is about got no steam left. And at that point, you may be able to verbally say, fuck off, I'm done. But especially Cancerians, we always need to reach that point of empty before we are able in any way, shape, or form to make a move or stick up for ourselves. But tomorrow, that's the day. That's the day when it happens. And at that point, phone calls are going to be made and actions are going to be taken. Decisions are going to be made. Now, for everybody else, same thing though. You may get shocked. You may get shocked at who ends up separating themselves from you or ending things with you. You may be shocked. But if you really pay attention, you shouldn't be shocked. Because it's been coming for a long fucking time. It's been coming for a long time. It's been building. Conversely, I think if we have been working our asses off and not getting anywhere, something's going to come through for us. Because there's been a buildup that's finally getting through, is what I'm saying. For better or worse, that's what's happening. Something in the past, once again, falling on here. Okay. This is really low vibrational. Serious in reverse is disloyalty. This could be somebody trying to throw shade on you on the internet, using technology to try to like take you down a notch or hurt you, or in some way, shape, or form, like not like using what's online or something in technology, using it to make you look bad or assume bad things about you or do bad things to you. And that's why there is something here that has been blocked. It's like somebody has been working to block you, or this energy has been working to block you. And ultimately now clarity comes through with the help of friends to be able to stop that and move past it. So what is this, God? What is this block? Can you, is there a card that you can use to articulate to me? What is this block? Sagittarius. Travel. Art. What is this block? No, this blockage. This is finally things working out. There's been a blockage of creative energy. There's been a lack of creativity. There's been there's been a blockage against creativity. Now the creativity or something that you've been creating is finally getting through. Why has there been a block? Usually because people are afraid of it. Queen of Cups. People get, I don't know, but things are going to start flowing again. Things are going to start flowing again. Okay. Discontent and boredom. That's why they're starting to flow again. People are just so done with this stupid crap, this predictable crap that's being churned over and over again. They're so bored by it. It's not making anybody happy anymore. And that's what, bam, makes them open to or open their minds. And that's when like creativity finally gets through. This sense of higher consciousness or higher wisdom that comes in. It's like people need guidance. They're searching for guidance. They need it. They need someone to give them ideas. They're looking for the next best thing. The next best thing, the next best idea is about to come through. It's about to take off. It's about to be discovered. I don't know what that means, but let's see. Hi, Boogie. Hi. We have let yourself feel all your emotions. So this is important because you can create a block with inside of yourself, and ultimately that is going to happen externally then as well. So letting yourself feel everything, don't give it meaning, just feel the feeling and let it keep flowing. Emotions are a flow. They're a flow. That's what they are. You have to keep letting them flow and don't try to make too much of them. Make time for self-care. Take care of yourself. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. This is great stuff. And then own your own divine power. Replace codependent people pleasing with assertiveness and empowerment. Replace codependent people pleasing with assertiveness and empowerment. Okay. That's it. I mean, that's blatant. I don't think there's another way to interpret that. It's like we're finally feeling empowered to do that. Okay. Let's get to these angel cards, guys. I've missed them. I love you. Archangel Sandalphon, I have heard your call for help. Your prayer will soon be answered. When making your decision, take into account what your heart and soul are saying. Sometimes the mind can deceive us. Choose through love, not fear. Surrender. There is no point in pushing the barrow up such a steep hill. Go back to the start. Surrender your expectations. There is an easier way. When the time is right, a new path will appear. The less you do, the farther you'll get in this energy. The more you try, the more you push, the more shit will happen and blow up. I hope that's clear. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for hanging with me for a couple of minutes for this half hour. I'm going to go and record some more videos. I hope that you'll tune in for Scorpio, Libra, and Sagittarius. Tomorrow, they're not the easiest readings, but holy shit, do they fucking reveal a lot. Wow. Wow. And I will see you guys in the videos and here tomorrow, sometime around the same time. Bye, guys.